Authority Board, Ellis Hankins.
Good morning. Thank you again, all of you, for coming. This is another great day at RDU. I am Ellis Hankins. I'm honored to serve as chair of the Raleigh-Durham Airport Authority Board. We're thrilled to be here today to make another announcement about a major expansion of air service at RDU. This is an exciting time for our board and our team. We have made one announcement after another this year as we add new airlines and new nonstop flights that connect RDU travelers to locations around the world. In fact, we have welcomed 20 new destinations and 45 new flights this year alone. Our board implemented a new and sound air service incentive policy a couple of years ago. And that has been instrumental in securing the new flight and airline someone is about to announce. I want to acknowledge my fellow board members that are here. I think there's only one, Dave Morgan. Anyone else from the Authority Board? Don't think so. A couple of them I know are out of the country. I certainly want to thank all of our board members for their enthusiastic support of RDU's continued growth. This announcement is special to me because I've seen the hard work that went into a very competitive recruitment process. And our board members are proud of our authority staff and leadership who worked diligently to make this happen. So, without further ado, let me turn this over to Michael Landguth, our Raleigh-Durham Airport Authority President and CEO. Mike.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Well, good morning. How's everybody doing this morning? It's amazing what free donuts does to get people out in the morning, so glad you guys are all here. But on behalf of the Airport Authority and our entire team here at RDU, thank you for all taking time out of your day to be here for a very special announcement, something that I'll tell you our team has been working on for years. RDU has just landed a new international airline and a new international destination, and I will reveal this in a moment, so I'm going to give you a little bit of pause here, because I do want to set the stage for what's happening here at RDU. There's a tremendous amount of growth that's going on. I will tell you, we are setting records month after month in terms of our passenger growth in comparison to 2019, and we're pretty proud about that. Our leisure travelers are actually leading the way, especially with families. Families that are traveling overseas is increasing more often. And of course, there's high demand from the business community as well. This announcement about adding new flights and destinations is really not new to RDU. I will tell you, since February of this year, we've added 20 new destinations and 45 new nonstop. Today, that represents 21 new destinations and 46 flights been added since February of 2023. Let's give a round of applause to our entire team and what they have done. And two of the folks, Howard Mann and David Friedman, those two folks have been traveling literally all over the world, selling RDU, selling this community. I think they've done a fantastic job. So again, let's thank them one more time. Gentlemen, thank you very much for what you've done. And of course, as a result of all this growth, we've embarked on a $3 billion investment here at RDU called Vision 2040, really wanting to build for the future. And you're going to start to see changes in all areas of the airport itself. We're going to expand our parking. We're going to expand our terminals here at RDU. And we're going to build the most significant project that I think we'll build here for some time, which is the replacement of our primary runway 5 left, 2, 3 right. The new longer runway will provide even greater economic opportunities for the Triangle as long-haul aircraft carry more passengers and more cargo to locations across the world. And after a very competitive process, and I will tell you a very competitive process for this recruitment effort, I'm proud to tell you who this new international airline is. So ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome the newest international carrier to RDU, Lufthansa Airlines. A little bit about Lufthansa. If you didn't know this, Lufthansa Group, which is a combination of several different airlines together, is one of the largest airlines in the world. And we're going to get to fly to their major hub in Frankfurt. So in June of 2024, they're going to begin nonstop service between RDU and Frankfurt. Once again, let's give a round of applause to Frankfurt and Lufthansa. So our communication team wanted to make sure that our community understood what we'd actually won. They put together a really nice video that will share with our customers the experience you'll have on that flight and the destination you're going to get to go to. So if the video can be started, here she goes.
Ready to connect to global culture, new markets, and world-class destinations? Fly RDU Airport's newest international nonstop flight to Frankfurt, Germany on Lufthansa. A convenient gateway to Europe and beyond, with dozens of connecting international destinations. Lufthansa's Star Alliance network provides RDU flyers easy access to Europe, India, the Middle East, and more. Businesses in the Triangle seamlessly connect with their global teams and expand their reach. Students and faculty gain easier access to international experiences, and travelers take off on new adventures and expand their horizons. Let RDU take you to Germany and beyond.
Nice round of applause for that, too. Great job by our communications team. I think I gave them a week to put that together, so they did a really good job. But as you can see, not only get to travel to Germany, but they also provide a worldwide connectivity out of their Frankfurt hub. They're going to connect you to Europe, the Middle East, Africa, and also in a region that's important to a lot of people here in our community, India as well. So that should be great for the community. And of course, in a couple minutes, we're going to get Don Buckenberg that'll be up here from Lufthansa. We'll say a few words about the airlines. But there's also lots of people here right in our community that I need to thank. So I'm going to start with our board of directors. You know, we put together a very competitive air service incentive program, and we had to take that to the board, ask them to approve that. I'm proud that our board actually approved that, and a lot of that was as a result of the leadership of Mr. Ellis Hankins, our chairman of the board. His leadership made this a reality today by getting that approved and put into place. So Mr. Chairman, thank you very much for your leadership, and thanks to the entire board. I know David Morgan is here as well. Thank you, Mr. Morgan, for getting that across the line. And again, I also want to thank the state of North Carolina, who was critical in this process. They provide us a lot of guidance. Our state leaders recognize the economic impact of commercial airports and the value of connectivity this will provide our region. And of course, I would like to thank the General Assembly members and staff who are here to help celebrate with us today in terms of what we've actually got. And of course, the business and higher education communities rallied around the Frankfurt service is very similar to what we did when we recruited the Paris service back in 2016. And you've seen how successful that is. I'm sure that this is going to be just as successful because we got the business community and the universities behind this effort. And we're sending a very clear message to Lufthansa. We want to make this successful. This is great. You're a world leader from an airline standpoint, and we're going to a great hub that provides this worldwide connectivity from that location. But there was 11 different businesses and universities that came together we need to say thank you to as a region. And I want to share the names of those companies. Balfour Beatty, BASF, Duke Energy, Duke University, Elon University, MERS Aesthetics, NC State University, RTI International, Research Triangle Foundation, Wolfspeed, and UNC Chapel Hill. All these folks have committed money to make an investment as a risk mitigation for Lufthansa. It is an incredible investment they've made, and as a result, we were able to land Lufthansa coming into our market. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to you, Don, and welcome Don Bunksberg, Lufthansa's Group Senior Director of Sales, U.S. Central, West, and Central America. Very long title, but great guy. We got to meet him yesterday. So Don, come on up here. We want to say thank you very much. Thank you, Don. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Michael. Guten Morgen. Is everybody going to learn that now? You have a few months before the flight starts, but Guten Morgen means good morning, so good morning to everyone. It's an honor to be here today and to officially announce Lufthansa's new route from Raleigh-Durham to Frankfurt. But as Mike mentioned, it's not only connecting to Frankfurt, you're connecting to Germany, you're connecting to Europe, you're connecting to our vast network in the Middle East, in Africa, as far as India. You can do round-the-world trips also with us. Our main mission, of course, is to connect people, cultures, and economies, but in a very sustainable way. That's one of our goals. And the mission of connection is more relevant now than ever before. Lufthansa group carriers and Lufthansa Cargo help keep the world running and the supply chains moving, all while fostering international understanding, free and fair trade, and global connectivity. Our Lufthansa relationship with the U.S. spans actually for decades, with humble beginnings when the fledgling post-war Lufthansa launched flights in 1956 to New York. Since then, we've grown to offer service to 25 U.S. gateways, 25 U.S. cities. As a proud pillar of the transatlantic partnership, we know the expansion of gateways and flights fosters greater understanding and shared values between Germany, Europe, and the United States. And to give you just a glimpse into the Lufthansa Group world, I want you to turn your attention to the screen to take a look at this video. Great. Thank you. So what you've viewed on the screen is actually an overview of all the Lufthansa Group companies that belong to Lufthansa German Airlines. And this is what you're going to experience here in Raleigh-Durham. This new route embodies our mission to connect communities, corporations, and economies on both sides of the Atlantic and beyond to mutually benefit from each other and experience growth in countless ways. The route, which will be launched in the summer schedule of 2024, will be served with an Airbus A330 aircraft with 255 seats. That's 42 in business class, 28 in premium economy, and 185 in economy class. Service will begin on June 6th with 5 weekly flights on a year-round basis to and from Frankfurt, which is our main hub actually in Europe. I should also highlight that the U.S. is the most important market outside of our European home markets, and Raleigh-Durham will join Charlotte as one of 2 gateways in this great state of North Carolina. We are confident that the Raleigh-Durham-Frankfurt route will provide you with ample worldwide connectivity and destinations important to your community, especially to Germany, Austria, and Switzerland, as well as I mentioned before, India, Middle East, Africa. And we'll get you there with a premium product and quality service. I might add that Lufthansa is also a proud member of the Star Alliance, and we have a very close joint venture with United Airlines here in the United States. That's what also makes us sure that this partnership will work. And speaking of product and service, Lufthansa Group is investing a record number of investment on various levels for the future. One, of course, is with aircraft. We're going to be, for the next years till 2030, spending 2.5 billion euros on new aircraft every year, which of course not only adds to comfort, but adds also to environmental sustainability. Actually, about 80 of those aircraft are with the Boeing company. They're long-haul aircraft that'll be coming within the next years. We've also earmarked 2.5 billion euros by 2025 for the revamp of new onboard service, including the purchase of 30,000 new seats. Also investments in lounges, ground processes. It's an unprecedented investment over the next few years. So, and also, these are exciting times for the world of Lufthansa, and it's so nice to be here in Raleigh-Durham and be here to see the significant developments also within your community. Finally, also, as you can imagine, establishing new gateways involves significant planning and coordination, and it's only possible when the local market is as passionate as we are about the partnership. This was very clear within your community, and I'd like to thank each and every one of you in the community here for supporting this. It's been, as you mentioned, Mike, a multi-year process. Of course, the pandemic came a little in between, otherwise we might have been here a little earlier, but we certainly thank you for the great enthusiasm and the warm welcome here in Raleigh-Durham. So we look forward to a long and successful partnership. Thank you again, everyone, and we look forward to seeing you all on June 6th, which will be our next big event when the flight comes and lands. So please come out again. So thank you. Dankeschön. That's another word to learn. So, Chairman Ellis, back to you, Chairman.
Don, I want you to know that in this crowd there are at least two folks who are teachers of the German language. Wendy Burbacher is one of those. I'm about to introduce the other one. Both of them attempted to teach my son. They're great teachers. They probably taught more than he learned. But my son Will is about to continue his German language studies at Wake Forest. So there's so many of you all who are friends of mine here, and thank you again for taking time to come, who are great leaders in the greater Triangle area, our region, and our state. And we have so many connections between the Triangle region and Germany and Switzerland and Austria. We now have a new connection. Let me introduce her. Dagmar Farr is the newly appointed honorary German consul. She is a friend of mine. She is one of those two folks who attempted to teach my son German and did a great job doing that. She's an attorney. She wants you to know she's not licensed to practice in North Carolina, but she's another one of us attorneys. She's a former West German diplomat, and she has joint citizenship, German and the United States. So, Frau Farr, Dagmar Farr.
Thank you, Alice. Thank you, Alice. Guten Morgen und willkommen bei Raleigh-Durham Airport, Flughafen. Well, I'm not trying to attempt to teach you more German than you've already heard. Now, this is my first official assignment as Honorary Consul of Germany, so please bear with me and give me some grace. I have been appointed about 2 weeks ago, and as an Honorary Consul, it's all about the honor. So there is work that is more mundane, and that is helping German citizens who have legal paperwork that needs to be brought to the German court system or retirement system, helping them get their paperwork to Germany. But there is also a public diplomacy aspect. And public diplomacy is all about bringing people together. And I am so thrilled that my first official assignment is about bringing people together. We are connecting people, we are connecting countries, we are connecting business, educational, scientific communities through this new direct flight. This is a wonderful opportunity to improve our already solid relationships between the Triangle, Eastern North Carolina, and the hub, the financial hub in Germany itself. So without further ado, I'm more than happy to do what I can do to bring this network of people together, and am just glad that we are going to see you open this route in June, when my school, Carey Academy, will have our yearly exchange program. So we are counting on being on the inaugural flight with our German students who go to a homestay near Frankfurt. Thank you very much, and I'll turn this back.
Thank you, Dagmar. Well, Don, it looks like you already have your first airplane filled up from the school, so it's going to be great. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our program. Thank you very much for all of you attending. We have lunch that we're going to have back at the authority office, so you guys can get on the bus and we can celebrate all kind of together to having lunch together. But thank you all for coming. For the media, Don and I will be available to do some interviews right now. Thank you, everybody, for coming today. Appreciate it.